yesterday, in the midst of all this madness regarding Khabib and Tony, I get a text from you, and you say you want in. You want to fight on April 18th. Tell me what's going on here.
I mean, the UFC, Dana and Sean and those guys got the text before you, but I saw you talking about it, so I just threw it out there. I was trying to get it out to the media as well. That I'm open. I'm not out here begging for fights, but if they need somebody and nobody's taking it at 155 or nobody's ready, that I'll do it. Any chance I get on a big fight like that, I'm always down.
And what did they say?
Nothing really. I don't kind of played me. They told me keep preparing for what I'm supposed to be preparing for, and they'll let me know what's going on. That's it.
So they said April 18th they don't need your services, basically?
Not so much in those exact words, but they just told me to keep preparing for May.
Okay. At this point, do you think May is going to happen?
Nah, I don't think so, man. I really don't. I don't have that feeling. Honestly, there's no way to properly prepare. I can't get inside of I have my own personal gym here in Louisiana, and I can go hit the bags. I have another buddy or two buddies who I train with there that are social distancing themselves as well. So I kind of trust them to not bring the fungus among us in my gym.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm there hitting the bags, rolling with those guys, or I'm at my house. So I can jog and stuff. I can get in shape, but to be fine-tuned for a fight at the highest level, I can't do it. I don't know what my opponent's doing as well, if he's not being able to train. So May seems like a push, but we'll see, man.
So, are you even – so right now, if this was the normal time, you'd be a month and a half away from this fight, but you're not treating this like a normal training camp, right?
It's not. I was actually for the Bellator event in, I think, Connecticut, Mohegan Sun. I went there to corner my buddy fighting Paul Daly, and the fight got canceled the day of. I had a flight already booked. I was flying back with those guys to Florida. I flew from Louisiana to Connecticut to corner him. I was going to fly to Florida to start my training camp. And it hit the fan when I was in Connecticut. That's when the stuff really started getting bad, and the panic started happening. So I canceled those flights and came back home to my family because I didn't want to risk getting separated. Whenever I do training camps, I usually go 2 weeks by myself. Then my wife and daughter meet me for the rest of camp. I kind of get tempered in, get things going, get things moving, and then they come join me for the rest of my training camp. But I didn't want to risk a travel ban or whatever. And obviously, Florida has put a ban on Louisiana crossing over. They're doing a mandatory 2-week quarantine with 60 days in jail if they catch you out if you cross the Louisiana border getting into Florida.
Wow.
Yeah.
60 days in jail.
Yeah, man. The governor of Florida said nobody from Louisiana in, and if you come in, you're doing 2 weeks quarantine.
Damn. Okay.
So even if I would leave right now and go to Florida at this point, May 16th is what, 7 weeks away, 6 weeks away? That would put me out another 2 weeks. This just doesn't. Then who's going to be at the gym training if we can only have? I talked to Mike Brown, and he told me that they're doing one training partner, I think, and one coach at a time, and you have to plan ahead, and it's only for people with scheduled fights. So the gym, by law, it can't be run like it was being run.
Right. Yeah, that's a huge issue. So have they told you to still prepare for May 16th, or are they telling you to chill for a second?
No, they're telling me to prepare.
Really? So they think it's going to happen?
Yeah.
Well,
I guess so.
My understanding is if it does happen, no way it happens in San Diego, because my understanding is that California is going to start, because I don't know if you saw yesterday, Bellator canceled their 2 events in California in May. There's no way that they're going to allow you guys to fight in California. Yeah,
that's the only info I do know. They told me if May 16th goes through, it's going to be in a different U.S. city.
Okay. And how do you feel about fighting in the midst of this? Do you feel comfortable?
In the midst of what was happening yesterday, an opportunity like that, of course, I'm 100% jumping on. No disrespect to Dan Hooker, but guys like him are going to be around. Opportunities like that are going to be there always for the rest of my career to fight up-and-coming good guys who are on the streak, fun matchups. That's always going to be around. I just want to be 100% prepared. That's all, I like the fight, and I'm down with the fight, but I just want to be prepared.
Who are you asking for, just to be clear? Ferguson, Gaethje, or someone else on that card?
Anybody. I'll fight anybody.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you like the Ferguson matchup?
Yeah, I think I beat up Tony, man. I really do. I think the Gaethje fight as well, I would do a rematch with him.
Right. Yep. That was a great fight the first time around. if you don't mind me asking, how much do you weigh?
About low 80s.
Would that be problematic?
I I can make 155 April
Really?
18th if I had to. Yeah.
Even without anyone around you and probably not like the same type of nutrition around you, or maybe it is, I don't know, but
Dude,
it would,
after my weight cut when I fought Cub Swanson with only me, Mike Brown, and my boxing coach, Diet Davis, in my corner in London, England, I showed up fight week 176 pounds and made 146.
wow.
I can make it.
Wow, how bad was that?
Horrible. The worst. You almost lost me.
Really, was that bad?
Yeah, I think so.
What do you remember? Tell us. Give us a good story.
I don't remember. Dude, weigh-ins is kind of blurry. It's like my memory's kind of messed up from the weight cut, actually. I was in the sauna for 2 days straight. It was horrible. The worst, man, the worst.
Did you get nervous?
Mike Brown's cornered a lot of people. He told me that's the most weight he's ever seen somebody move in that many days.
Why'd you arrive so big?
I took the fight on short notice, and whenever they called me with the opportunity, I lied about my weight.
What did you say?
I said, I'm like 176 or 175, but I was like 80-something when they called me.
Oh my gosh. That is, and did you feel nervous at any point? Like maybe this is not good for my health?
Yeah.
Did you consider backing out?
No, once the weight cut got started, I was just gonna, do it until I guess I don't know. I didn't consider backing out now. Do you think it's inevitable that you will fight at 170? Like when your career is towards the end, do you want to stay at 170, or do you think 155 is easy enough? 155 isn't easy. It's pretty tough to get down there. It's just the guys at 170 are walking around, 200 pounds or so. I mean, not all of them, but a lot of them. Me in shape, in good shape, I'm probably, set in the mid to 74, 75. I'm in good shape. I'm in fight shape there. Okay. But I can't I can't get in that kind of shape and then cut 5 pounds and fight these big guys. Sure. They're just gonna be too big. Let me ask you the same question I asked Sean. If you're Tony Ferguson, what do you do? Do you take the Gaethje fight if they find a location, or do you wait for Khabib? My goodness. What's on the line? Is the belt still on the line? I think interim title. I don't know, man. That's tough. He's been preparing. So we know he's in great shape. That's a tough one because Khabib's about to start Ramadan, I believe. Yeah. And that's going to put him out even further. I don't know, man. I don't know. Tony has such a crazy luck with this stuff. With this whole fight. Right. Okay, let me ask you this. You know Khabib as well as anyone. You're the last guy to fight him. Who has a better chance of beating him, in your opinion? Tony, Gaethje, or neither? I think Gaethje does. I've said it since the beginning, yeah. Why? I just think the wrestling pedigree. Dude, look, I'm not just trying to be a dick here or talk bad about these guys, but if I thought Tony, this was a while back, but I thought Denny Castillo beat Tony. I thought Denny won that fight. I thought he out-wrestled him. If Kevin Lee and Danny Castillo are putting you on your back at will, dude, Khabib is going to do that whenever he wants. I promise you. I know this. And the people saying Tony's going to damage Khabib, and you, dude, to get a stoppage from your back with elbows, it could happen, but it's going to be so tough. The cut's going to have to be perfect, and the submission off your back against Khabib from guard or something, I just don't see that happening. Maybe in a scramble you can catch him in something funky, but if he's taking you down and he's in your guard or he's on top of you, submitting him from your back, I just don't see it happening, man. So what can Gaethje do? He can stop the wrestling. He can use his wrestling to stop Khabib's wrestling, get him tired down, and throw those crazy shots and land something. That's what I think could happen. Interesting. So I don't want to put words in your mouth. What's that? I said I don't want to put words in your mouth, but would you suggest Tony is overrated? That's exactly what you're doing, is putting words in my mouth. No, I'm asking you. No, I think he's solid. I think his will and his heart and his belief in himself is unmatched, and a lot of fighting is that. Skill-wise, I think he makes a lot of mistakes. I don't know how it hasn't, caught up to him, or somebody hasn't capitalized on his awkward footwork and his chin up in the air. Guys have hurt him before. Nobody's put him away. I just think he is a good fighter for sure. You don't get on streaks like that and beat the guys he's beaten by not being a good fighter. The guy's a great fighter, but I just think stylistically it's not a good fight. I think Khabib beats him up, man. I think he gets on top of him, takes him down at will, and grinds on him.
And just to be clear, are you picking Justin over Tony, or do you think Justin would have a legit chance of beating Khabib?
I think, dude, I like Justin in both fights.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
I do.
Wow.
I
That's
do.
fascinating.
Listen, if guys are hurting you and dropping you, if Gaethje gets a hold of you, he's going to stop you. I think, that's just what I think. That's MMA, my MMA opinion, which means nothing in the world of MMA.
Well, I think it means something. By the way, remember that Lando Venata Tony Ferguson fight? He got roughed up in that one. Remember that one?
Yeah, yeah. But not. Yeah, he did. He got hurt in that one. But Venata's a unorthodox, unpredictable kind of guy. That could happen in any fight with him.
Yep.
But chin up in the air, being goofy, not using good technique against a guy like Justin, if he does clip you, you're going down.
Right.
Yeah.
So would it be fair to say now you're not thinking about April 18th anymore, right?
I mean, if they call me, hey, let's go.
Okay.
I'm about to go for a run. I still haven't ate breakfast yet today. Yeah, I'm still down if they call me. They know that. I sent Dana a picture of me in the gym yesterday just to keep poking at him. But
do you respond?
I got the emoji knuckles, the world famous emoji knuckles.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Yeah,
By the way, in this uncertain time with so much bad news, nice to see you and Colby make up.
Bro, don't bring that up.
I saw the picture.
He made up. Yeah. Dude.
Oh, not you,
dude.
Okay.
This is all a show, man. I'm not talking about that stuff.
All right. I thought. Okay. I guess I fell for it. I thought it was. Sincere is the word that I was looking for. Fair enough. Let me ask you this. I just asked. I'm trying to get fighters to tell me like an underrated fight. People are looking for something to do, right? From back in the day, fights that maybe don't get talked about enough. I ask you right now. Tell the people an underrated fight that was great, that meant a lot to you, that you remember thinking that people don't talk about. There's been so many fights. Is there one or two that come to mind? I know I'm putting you on the spot, but is there a fun, underrated fight that people should watch?
Eddie Alvarez, Joaquim Hansen.
Ooh.
Great fight.
Yes.
Honestly, a lot of Hansen's fights are incredible, dude. I honestly, he's a guy who I was a big fan of. Because when him and Eddie were fighting in those days, I was a young fighter and I was just watching everything, soaking up everything, and I couldn't wait to get an opportunity to fight those guys. So I really, really looked up to those guys, like Eddie and Hansen. But anyway, I feel like Hansen was ahead of his time. He had a full game back in the day. I just wish it would have been now. I'd love to see him fight some of the guys now. He was such an incredible fighter. I'm a big fan of his. But check that fight out for sure.
Yes. Oh my God, that was a great one. Yeah, that was like what, 2008, 2009, something like that in Japan, right?
Maybe a little bit before that, but yeah, probably around there. Maybe a few years before that. And also all the Sam Stout, Spencer Fishers. Those fights are all good, man.
Damn. Sean O'Malley gave us a fight from 2 years ago. You're going back into the vault. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, you asked me fights we ain't talking about. Those are incredible fights, man.
Yes, they were. Sam Stout, Spencer Fisher. Tremendous stuff. Dustin, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Thanks for always coming on, especially on short notice. And good luck if the fight happens on May 16th or April 18th. Who knows? Good luck with everything. Good luck to your family as well. I wish the best for them.
Thanks, man. You stay safe, too.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.